So hello, this is reporter Davis from AV News. So we are doing the pre-event meetup with companies in Incheon Pavilion at CES 2024. So I'm with Hubert from Ubergizmo and Able Labs. So before the meetup, shall we test the audio and exchange some greetings?
Hello, it's nice to meet you. And I have to say, I like your background. I'm from San Francisco.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Sanjay, CEO at the AVING Labs.
So where are you based?
Actually, we are based in Incheon, South Korea.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering if you were from Silicon Valley with that bridge behind you.
All right, so we are now preparing for the establishment of the foundation in Silicon Valley also.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's one. It's a very famous picture, so I go there sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to hearing about your product.
All right.
All right. So it's everyone ready? So please proceed with your presentation and Q&A session. Thank you so much.
네, 하나 질문인데 저희 발표 10분인가요?
발표가 10분 정도고 이제 그 다음에 나머지 시간은 그 질문 답변 하는 걸로 하는 겁니다. 네.
All right. So okay, let me introduce myself and also the AVING Labs. Please understand that this is the IR deck of the AVING Labs. So I will briefly introduce our business also. So when I was 15 years old, both of my grandfather died of cancer. So it was then that I decided to become a person who can fight against cancer. So I went to graduate school and got my PhD in cancer biology and precision medicine. And at that time, I found some problems. So actually, at the heart of all biology research is the liquid handling, like this video. So every researchers have to do some liquid handling works for the experiments. But about half of the lab professionals suffered from this kind of the manual pipette works, and also about majority of them cannot reproduce another researcher's experiment because of their the manual works. And also, the many biotech companies are suffered from hiring people and also the retaining them because it is really a labor-intensive work. So, and there was some traditional automation products before, but they are really focused on the process automation for the big pharmaceutical companies. So they sent their engineers to the big pharmaceutical companies and do some automation for them. So, and it was really difficult for the automating many kind of the process. So because of their software complexity and the cost barriers averaging between 200K to the 300K USD dollars, many biotech companies or the research institute and also the academia cannot afford them. So we are now really focused on the flexible and the affordable and the scalable product for the liquid handling automation. So we have two kind of the signature robot right now, and the notable is the also our signature model. It has one channel pipette and also 8 channel pipette like this video, and it can do many kind of the biological experiments, including the like COVID-19 testing. So through the aspiration and the dispensing of the reagents, it can cover many kind of the biological manual works. And also, it is really important that the small amount of the reagents, handling the small amount of the reagents is really important. So it is not that easy for the human researchers to handling this kind of the small amount of the reagent. And we now developing the next generation robot, which is the Suitable. It is composed of 8 individually controlled pipette for handling the many kind of the consumables in the bio experiments. Like this video, so it can cover many kind of the consumables for the bio experiments. And it also has the gripper, which is like the human hand. So it can handle, it can move consumables from one place to another place, so that increase manual labor-free time. And so through our main advantages are in the software. So about 95% of the existing software was the embedded software for the process automation, but we provide the cloud-based software right now. So it is composed of many kind of the software modules, including the protocol designer or the engineering module or the database library like that. So it is really biological workflow based and centric software, and also we can provide many kind of the preset version, preset protocol for the researchers. So they don't need any special technicians or the engineers for the automation right now. And also we provide our robot, not only provide our robot, but also we provide also the recurring revenue for the consumables and the preventive maintenance service. And there are many kind of the demand from the diagnostics companies. So we also provide the OEM product for them. So the company who have their own the diagnostic chips or the reagents, they can collaborate with us for the developing or the manufacturing their own robots. And for that, we already got some certification from the Korean authority, including the IVD medical device manufacturing license. And we do also POC study with the Samsung Biologics, which is the biggest biotech company in South Korea. So we can automate their process, and we can reduce the 17% of the manual labor time. But the most important thing was that we can cut the automation cost by the 90%. So before introducing our robot, they have to pay around 300K USD dollars, but we provide our automation solution for only 30K USD dollars. And now it is integrated into their current SOP, so we got more PO from them. And after that POC, we got around 47 cases of letter of intent, and it was about 3 million USD dollars. So we and the traction is so far. We have around 15 customers in South Korea now so far, and we are now going to go to US market. Okay, so yeah, this is about the fundraising chart, and we are the only team that compose the fusion of the biology and the software and hardware. So after I got my PhD, and I went to the semiconductor inspection automation company, and as a team leader of the bio automation division, I lead the team, and also I developed around 15 automation robots for the bio industry for the sixth year. And now we are consist of the 29 full-time members right now. Our mission is to reduce the number of the people suffering from the disease around the world. So to aim that, my company and I try to support biotech companies or the pharmaceutical companies to make some better research. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. This was a great presentation. A really good data set. So I have some questions. So if I look at the demo, so is the productivity gains from your system coming from the fact that you know, like the pipes, they can adapt to any lab configuration that people might have instead of having something very specialized? How is it different from the other, you know, like automation robots?
Actually, it is similar. So there
Mm.
are uh, the common lab wares, plastic wares. So many kind of the existing automation robot can handle the same consumables. So we can do also is it right? Um, did I understand your question right? Or
Yeah, so because you know it's not my industry, I'm trying to figure out why your robot is so much more, or your system is so much more efficient or cost efficient than the others.
all right. So actually, it was when I was in the semiconductor inspection company, automation company, I found that the components of the automation robot is really expensive, and if I use that kind of things, we can make the really precise automation robot. But in case of the semiconductor industry, we have to use that. But in case of our industry, we don't use every kind of that component. So I found we try to use many kind of the components for the bio automation, and we figure out that the really cost-effective ways and engineering method.
Okay, so by optimizing like the hardware depending on the use case, you're able to be much more cost efficient.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, but there was one case where you said you still had to use like the more expensive ones. Is it for medical or?
Sorry.
Oh, so the hardware that you're producing, it can be used in like medical labs and in the medical field in general.
All right. So there are about four kind of our customers, four kinds. So one is that the pharmaceutical companies, we call it also enterprise, and there are many kind of the research institute and also academia. And
Mm.
also there are SMB, small medium business biotech companies, including the diagnosis companies. And also there are the clinical labs or the hospitals. So we have we can find about four kind of the customers.
Okay, so that's pretty varied. Um, and so the software is cloud based. So is that? I guess it's much better than having people go and install updates and all that, right?
So yeah, I was also the user of the automation robot before, and I paid a lot, and but I can only handle one protocol for from this automation robot. And if I want to set up one more protocol, then I have to call engineer and pay around 10,000 USD dollars more. So it was really bad experience for me. So and I found that it is based on the software structure. So we developed it as a the web-based microservice architecture, and it is really differentiated from the other companies.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks great. Um, and so you mentioned consumables. So what kind of consumables are you selling?
It is like let's say a straw. So all biology research lab have the just one please use the tips. So we call it tips. So it is the disposable the consumables, and this black one is the tips.
Mhm.
So it is for only one time use consumables. So we
Oh, I see.
provide,
Okay.
yeah, we
And so
provide.
these are not standard, so people have to come back to your company to get more. Okay. Um,
Actually, it is the common things, but these tips are for only the automation robot. So it is different from the manual works.
yeah. But you cannot use that on a different robot. Okay. I was curious about the ODM and OEM manufacturing partnerships. So how would that work?
All right. So there are many kind of the diagnosis companies around the world, and actually the South Korea is really good for this diagnosis also. And they have their own diagnostic reagents or the diagnosis chips or the kit. But their end users are the clinical labs or the hospital, and they always want, say, that they need automation robot because they despite of this thing except the automation robot, they have to use they have to hire the more the nurse or the researchers for the process. So these companies want to own their own the automation robot. So we are now do the ODM project with some company in South Korea, and now actively discuss with a global company also.
But the idea would be to enable other people to do different robots, but based on your technology. Is that like an IP licensing business?
Yeah, so actually using our IP and our the robotics platform, so we modify some parts from our notable or the suitable. We don't do the like SI projects.
Okay. And yeah, so the Samsung Biologics example was great. If you can cut automation costs by 90%, that sounds like a lot.
Yes.
So for example, so when you say 90% in that context, is that compared to the 200 or 300K systems?
Right. So they already have the automation system before, and they want to expand that automation system. So we propose our own system to them, including our value proposition. And the most important thing was that the automation system, the price. So they have in Samsung Biologics there they have the purchase team, separated purchase team. So their mission is to reduce the price of the automation also. So it really worked, I think, yeah, for them.
Cool. So, oh, will you be at CES?
Actually, unfortunately, I cannot attend. So
Okay.
our software team, yeah, will.
Okay. And are there different trade shows that would be important for your industry?
Yeah, so I actually why I cannot go to the CES is that so I have to prepare the next year the February exhibition. So SLAS, it is the Society for the Lab Automation and the Screening. It is which is the biggest the automation bio automation exhibition, yeah, of the year, and we will be there, yeah, next February, Boston.
Okay, yeah, that seems more appropriate than the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yes.
Okay, so are your products available two buyers now, or are you still working on building a product?
Oh, no. So we now commercially selling our notebook right now, and we are now preparing for the next generation the robots also.
Okay, yeah, okay. So you have only you already have products selling, but now you're working on the next gen. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. And when will the next gen product be finished?
Yeah, maybe the end of the next year.
Okay. 1 year. Okay. So I mean, now you've optimized by so much. What much more can you do?
Sorry.
So because now your product, the current product, is very efficient already. What will the next gen do better?
All right. So our next. So actually, I think the most important thing in the bio industry is that the escape from the human labor. So actually, not only the experiments, but also the the experiment design. So we want to automate also the protocol design also. So for that, we are now developing some software modules for these things.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's really interesting because usually people would have to do the design, but now you want to automate it. So will you be using some type of AI to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that sounds exciting. AI is like going everywhere now.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Well, that was my last question. So thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing the next generation products.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 감사합니다.